Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Saturday, October 19th, around 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. The two newest named storms include Tropical Storm Nadine, making its way across Central America into the Pacific, and Hurricane Oscar, now with maximum sustained winds at 85 miles per hour. No threat to the U.S. Keep calm. It's boom time. The first snowfall of the winter teases the western U.S., and many high elevation and ski areas are producing snow as the first significant snow of the season makes its way to the ground. Here we can see the last 72 hours, some areas picking up to 2 feet in Utah, 18 inches in the highest peaks for Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. More snow and lots of it forecast all day tomorrow and tomorrow night. So these numbers will increase, and that means the snowpack is going to increase as well. Already in the southern districts, we're seeing over 100% or more snowpack in many basins. It appears as if the northern basins and the Pacific Northwest need the most help. Lots of moisture coming to this region this winter thanks to La Nina. So we'll keep a close eye on the basin conditions and the snowfall as, well, autumn continues. We still got quite a bit to go to get to winter here. Now, Hurricane Oscar, Tropical Storm Nadine form in the Caribbean with no Florida threat, as we said at the outset of the show. Let's take a look at the path of Nadine and where it's going. Let's look at the warning cones here. I clicked on it twice. So Nadine is going to make its way in and across Central America there. Not a threat to anyone except in that region. Oscar is noodling around the Caribbean here, expected to bring hurricane conditions to portions of the Turks and Caicos Islands and southeastern Bahamas this evening and overnight, and could bring hurricane conditions to eastern Cuba during the next day or two. Take a look at the warning cones there, and you could see that it is forecast to just linger around here and then hook away by midweek. So hopefully it sticks with that track. And just for the record, for the umpteenth time, there is no increase in hurricane frequency or strength because of CO2, which is plant food. It's not your fault. The climate change fearmongers don't even know how to look at data. You're looking at all of the data we have back to 1980 on global major hurricane frequency. And you can clearly see where we are now is one of the lowest recorded seasons ever, and it's been dropping off since the 90s. And here's the full forecast. Severe weather and heavy rain in the southern plains, heavy rain in the Pacific Northwest. A large system is bringing excessive rainfall and isolated severe thunderstorms in the southern high plains and snow in the high elevations of the central Rockies. A prolonged weak atmospheric river event will bring periods of moderate to heavy rain across the Pacific Northwest this weekend. Locally, critical fire weather conditions are possible for California, so heed the warnings. A quick look at the GFS model shows us where the snow is going to fall over the next few hours. The high elevations in Colorado, it really is going slow here, folks. And we can also see some additional snow in BC and Alberta. And this is going through the next 3 days. That's just the next 3 days of snow. The snow is going to continue to move to the east. Maybe the northeast will get some snow in the higher elevations here come Friday. Seismic update. Looking very quiet across the globe, which is good news. No one is rumbling. Worldwide volcano news. Canelon on the list today with a 10,000-foot blast. Nevada de Ruiz, 24,000-foot. Reventador, 17,000-foot puff. Ibu on the list. Fuego to 16. Samaru to 14. Libatobi to 9. Dukono, 9,000-foot puff. Karimsky, 26,000-foot today. Wow. That is a banger. Sangay to 21. Santo Guito, 13,000-foot puff. Popo, sporadic ash emissions, 9,000 foot for Dukono, 16,000 for Fuego, 21,000 foot blast at Nevada de Ruiz, Coppahue, 10,000 foot puff, Reventador, 15,000 foot, Samaru to 14, Sangay to 22, and Stromboli, what a list. Heavy rainfall triggers mud flows. And we have some pictures of those mud flows as they ran down the flanks of Stromboli. We can come over and take a look at some of the streets if we can simply click on it. There we go. Thank you, Gianluca Gouffre, for the pictures. And you can see ash and mud flow due to that torrential rain. Okay, Stromboli finishing up the list with Simaru to 14,000 foot, Raventador to 14,000 foot, and that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. Space weather news update for October 19th. A few impulsive M flares today, nothing of significance. The coronal hole coupling 24 hours ago pushed us up into G1 geomagnetic storm for a short period of time, and we're still up near instability here at high 3 plus KP. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all calm across the western front. And the latest HMI intensity is showing a few sunspots, but none to be worried about, in my opinion. 3856 could flare, maybe be geoeffective, but all these are small and probably will produce minimal, if any, CMEs. Now, the Orionids hit peak activity this weekend. The meteor is widely considered by astronomers to produce the most beautiful shower of the year, leave glowing trains of debris that can last for several seconds or even multiple minutes. Very unique. As long as the moon and the skies are all treats and no tricks, sky gazers should have a chance to see the Orionids, one of the year's most striking meteor showers, just in time for Halloween. The Orionid meteor shower, courtesy of the famed Halley's Comet, is forecast to reach its peak in a matter of days, when it will send a flurry of bright and fast meteors shooting across the night sky. And there you can see one of those remnant tracks. I love the Orionids because the skies are so clear and it's so dark here. It is absolutely a treat. The meteors, widely considered by astronomers to produce the most beautiful shower of the year, whiz by at an astonishing 148,000 miles per hour into the Earth's atmosphere at their peak, leaving glowing trains of debris in their wake that can last up to several minutes. The best time to witness the Orionid meteor showers will be this weekend, and all you have to do is get out between midnight and dawn. That is the best viewing time. Have you guys heard of the Kessler syndrome? We've definitely brought it up on this channel, and I've done podcasts on it over the last decade, just none recently. The concept of the Kessler syndrome, first proposed in 1978 by NASA scientist Donald Kessler, outlines a devastating scenario where collisions between space debris create a cascading effect, rendering space around Earth too dangerous for satellites. And with over 10,000 satellites and 100 trillion pieces of debris currently in orbit, experts warn that this catastrophic chain reaction could knock out essential communication satellites, disrupt global industries from air travel to energy to healthcare to agriculture, and would literally bankrupt the Earth. Take a look at the space debris we've got going on. This is just the junk that is known and monitored. The Kessler syndrome proposes that one tiny collision could cause a cascading effect where all of these pieces of space junk would start colliding. And that would be bad news down below as well, because we'd have space junk falling to Earth at an astonishing rate. It would be pretty because they would mostly burn up and look like shooting stars. Now, the media has gaslit us about the fact that Tren de Agua and these Venezuelan gangs are not taking over apartment complexes in Aurora, when we actually know they were. And now we know they're doing it in other states. The evil super gang has seized 4 apartment complexes in Texas City in a new terrifying show of strength. The good news is that multiple agencies came in and they rounded up these hustlers. And in fact, at least 4 people arrested on October 5th in San Antonio have been confirmed as gang members. So this is going on thanks to the current administration and the open borders. We'll leave you all the links below. And guys, if you could, please, 8 p.m. Mountain Time in just a couple minutes, join us over at Magnetic Reversal News for a very fascinating discussion on the Phaistos disk from Crete, an undecipherable disk from thousands of years ago. And we'll also discuss the surprising origin of most meteorites. We'll go over impact craters and the periodicity of impacts, and should we be worried? If you want to support the channel and support your own peace of mind, head on over to our affiliate, My Patriot Supply, trusted self-reliance, long-term food storage. For decades, this food will stay good, and you will have peace of mind in the event of a very bad thing happening. Any scenario, grid down, major storm, or catastrophe, this survival kit may just well save your life. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video. We are shadow banned. We need your help to grow. Hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell and get all the notifications when all of our podcasts come out. Usually, but because we're shadow banned, usually YouTube doesn't tell anyone about our videos. We love you. Be safe. And we'll see you all over at Magnetic Reversal News in just a minute.